What's up, you guys? Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm reviewing the Cortazu all-weather hardshell and comparing it to the Arcteryx Theta AR. I've had a chance to use both of these quite a bit since moving to Oregon. It's just gotten really wet and rainy here, so I've been able to put both of these to the test. And so this video is going to compare these two and tell you which one I like the best. So first things first, design and fit. The Cortazu is an extremely well-made jacket. Some might describe it as bomb-proof. This hardshell, no water's getting in. This thing is very, very well designed, and the material is nice and thick. I have a video that I'm gonna put up right now of me wearing it, and the winds were whipping at probably about 20, 30 miles per hour. I was wearing a t-shirt and I put this thing on over it, and it's almost like you're invulnerable to the wind. When I wear this thing when it's raining outside, no water's gonna seep through. This thing's like a fortress. The membrane just feels really, really nice and sturdy, and it's a flat finish on the outside as opposed to the Arcteryx jacket, which has more of a grid type pattern. The Arcteryx, this is my OG jacket. I've had this thing for many, many, many years. It's slightly lighter than the Cortazu, and also a very, very well-designed jacket. Arcteryx is known for their hard shells, and this one's no exception. It does a really, really good job of keeping the weather out. Since it is a little bit lighter, it doesn't feel to me as sturdy as the Cortazu, but it still does a good job of wicking away wind and moisture. I haven't had a chance to try either of these in the snow, but I would imagine in the snow, the Cortazu is going to provide a little bit more insulation, just being a little bit of a heavier jacket. Even though these are both hard shells, I want to preface that. Either of these are meant to be warm jackets. They're meant to be layered with a down jacket or a soft shell jacket or something that's going to provide a little warmth, and this goes over it. One thing I really want to talk about with these jackets is the DWR, or durable water repellent, on these jackets. This version of the old Arcteryx jackets uses the traditional Gore-Tex lining. I know from watching a YouTube video from My Life Outdoors is actually lined with these PFAS chemicals, or PFAS chemicals, no matter how you pronounce it. And these chemicals do actually leach out of the jacket over time. He proves that in the video. And so a lot of people in the comments are saying, oh, like, you're surrounded by chemicals all day long. Why are you going to worry about this? Well, to me, for something like forever chemicals, these chemicals are not metabolized in the body really well. They stick around in the bloodstream for a very long time. I think you want to limit your exposure to these chemicals. Is that going to prevent me from using this jacket? No, but I try not to use it on bare skin as I'm touching it right now. But I always have a layer between me and this jacket because I know that this jacket is lined with those chemicals that was previously used in the Gore-Tex hard shells. That's actually one of the main reasons why I'm switching to the Cortazu hardshell on a regular basis. This is a PFAS and PFOS-free hardshell, so I can wear it comfortably knowing that there's no risk of that. Whether the DWR chemicals in this and other of the Gore-Tex DWR, whatever it's called, are going to come out in the future, that's to be determined. But we know that the PFAS chemicals are in the old Gore-Tex jackets, so just keep that in mind if you have one of these. It might be worthwhile in the future to switch to something that is PFAS-free. Let's talk about the features of the Cortazu jacket. First, for starts, it has a huge helmet-compatible hood. This thing is massive, so you want to use it for snowboarding or rock climbing or something where you're going to be wearing a helmet. This is a great jacket for you. The hood cinches down with these bungee cords here. And as you can see, the zipper has a really sturdy lining here, which is going to help prevent moisture and wind and snow from getting in when it's zipped up. The collar at the top has a really soft velvety pad here, which prevents irritation when it's zipped all the way up from irritating your neck. One main difference, and it's mainly based on use case from these jackets, is the pocket placement. So as you can see, the Cortazu jacket pockets are down here. They're easily accessible when you're hiking, moving around, whereas the Arcteryx pockets, by design, are a little bit higher. So this is a mountaineering climbing jacket, and the pockets are harder to get to if you're just moving around and walking. And I know that's by design for the Arcteryx jackets, but for an everyday use case, and I'm using it here in Oregon, hiking and being outdoors, the Cortazu is just a little bit more practical for that reason. The zippers on the Arcteryx are great, and they do keep water out, but I do think that the zippers on the Cortazu feel like they're higher quality. This is a much newer jacket, so maybe that's the case. I don't have a newer Arcteryx jacket to review, but I do know that's the case for this. The Arcteryx jacket also has a zip pocket on the inside, the Theta AR here, so you can store stuff there. Both of these jackets have pit zips, so if you're hiking and you get overheated, you can undo the pit zips, and that's going to help to dissipate some heat from the jacket, which is really nice. The hood on the Arcteryx jacket is questionably helmet compatible. It's a pretty big hood, and you can open it up quite a bit, but it's not as big as the Cortazu. If you're looking for a definitively helmet compatible hood, the Cortazu is the one for you. And the cinch mechanism at the bottom, the Arcteryx has these bungee cords that you can tighten just by sliding down like that. While the Cortazu, those bungee cords are on the inside, and they're much more high quality. It's actually fixed to the jacket, as you can see, whereas the Arcteryx is loose. So really good quality bungee cord. On the inside of the Cortazu, there's no zipper pocket like the Arcteryx, but there is this mesh line pocket, which you can stuff stuff in, and it's vertical, so as long as you're staying upright, nothing's gonna fall out of this. As far as branding goes, the Cortazu logo is right on the front left chest pocket, on the back of the hood here, and one of the logos is on the right arm, and even at the bottom here in the back. While the Arcteryx has the left front chest logo with the dead bird in the script, and then a Gore-Tex logo on the sleeve. Neither of these jackets are cheap jackets. The Cortazu retails for a little over $400. The Arcteryx, when it was made, retails for around the same price, maybe a little bit more now with the newer versions of it. But both of these jackets are extremely durable jackets that are meant to last a really, really long time. So it's worth it if you're outdoors, you're spending a lot of time outdoors, and you're gonna reuse these for many, many, many years. That's why they cost so much, and they're not gonna break. So either of these, if I'm wearing them hiking and I'm in a tougher terrain where I'm bumping up against shrubs and trees and limbs, I feel confident that neither of these are gonna break, get caught on them, scratch, get torn. Spending that a little bit of extra money gives you the confidence that you're getting a high quality product that's gonna last you a really long time. One thing to mention about the sleeves on either of these, the Cortazu has a pocket down here by the wrist, which is actually really nice because it makes it very accessible. The Arcteryx jacket has a bicep level pocket here, which is nice, but it is a little bit more difficult to reach, especially if you're in a restrictive clothing or wearing a heavy backpack. As far as the sleeves on both of these go, the Cortazu has this Velcro tightening locking mechanism to help cinch down the sleeves to prevent snow from getting in. Really good for using with gloves. And the Arcteryx one does as well. So overall, which one of these jackets should you pick if you had to pick one? I personally am picking the Cortazu just because both of these jackets fill a similar use case and they're around the same price point. I don't really care much about having the Arcteryx brand name. I want a good quality product that's gonna last forever. Also, it's PFAS free. So the Arcteryx, I know the new Arcteryx jackets are PFAS free, but this one is not. And so since I have both, I'm still gonna use this one, but I prefer the Cortazu because I know that I'm not gonna be shedding those chemicals into the environment and also not getting them in my bloodstream through my skin from being absorbed. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know other jacket comparisons that you wanna see and I'll try to make it happen for you. Thanks for tuning in.